Sunday, guys. It is Steph and Heather and Mark, and this is R&R Studios, Real and Raw. And thank you, Heather. Heather got us some new. We got some new decor. Look at these.
I love a director's
I
chair.
love these new
Makes you feel
chairs.
so important.
Yes, and we're gonna get some new things, some new cameras, and get Mark's gonna. We keep saying Mark's getting mic'd up, and he is. He was mic'd up, then he wasn't.
He was too busy getting the meat market.
He was too busy getting his meat market situated.
Now that that's kind of calmed down.
But it is the, what is it, Memorial or Labor Day?
Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend. So he's closed for business right now, ladies.
Too much labor involved in that meeting.
All right. Today's topic is self-denial, self-sabotage, and how we allow ourselves, nobody else is doing this, but ourselves, to believe delusion that we really want it to be reality, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is something that I personally do. You do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure all of us do it at some point, but what that looks like and why the fuck we do it and how to knock it off.
Would you say more women? Well, I'm only saying that just because I have that experience with my friends and myself, and not too many men doing it. But I would say that it's predominantly women that do this. Maybe a lot of men do it
I
too.
think they do it differently.
Yeah.
I think they do it differently, okay? Because I think we do. We want to believe our story. We want to. So we'll just say, like, we work better with examples, right?
Yeah.
So give me an example. I'm going to pass the mic to you right now. I'm going to shut up.
So we actually went over a couple of these right before this.
Yes, we did.
And this is an old one. This is really, really old. And my friends and I, we joke about it. We use the guy's last name as like the actual thing. Oh,
Okay.
don't do this to me. And we use the last name. I won't
Right.
say the last name. But years ago, I was like crushing hard on this guy, right?
Okay.
It was good looking. It was like 90s, early 90s, mid 90s. And I was over there with him, and we were just kind of.
Where were you?
In his apartment.
Okay,
Sorry. His
okay.
apartment at Pitt. He was in law school, and this was kind of at the end of the night. We were there, just kind of chilling out at his apartment, and I found some lipstick in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And he said, "Oh, that's my mom."
Your mom's leaving her lipstick in the bathroom?
Now, listen, that's fine if he had somebody there before or whatever, but we had been talking and for a while, and it was kind of like getting,
It's a little more serious.
yeah, maybe, but I was thinking, and I said, oh, that's my mom's.
Did you believe it?
In my gut, initially, absolutely not. I knew right away someone's lipstick is here. That's not a mother's lipstick. I mean,
Right.
It was,
Right. And your mom's bringing her lipstick tube to your
mom's coming
bathroom.
to your right.
First of all, she's usually in rouge. Okay, so
She's
it's not your
using
mom's
rouge
lipstick.
or just brick.
Yeah.
It was called brick years ago.
Yes.
So I ignored it.
Well,
Because it was
you pushed it
unacceptable.
down.
I pushed it down. I suppressed it and because I wanted to believe it so that I didn't have to think there was somebody else maybe potentially involved. So I went to my friends after that and told them the story, and they said, well, I'm sure it probably was his mother's or maybe his little sister's
They were supporting the false narrative that you were trying to buy into.
Right. Because I wanted that to be true.
Right.
I knew it wasn't.
Right.
Because I wanted to stay dating him and all of that, but we knew. And I'm sure it was a girlfriend because I didn't really.
Right.
talk
Or
to him.
it may not even been a girlfriend. It was just another woman, and it wasn't truthful. And your gut basically told you it wasn't truthful, but you're like, no, I want to buy the story. I want to buy this narrative. So I am going to buy what he's telling me, even though my gut's telling me something totally different.
It's that, but it's also, just such a slap in the face, too. Here's another really good one that was not too far in the distant past. You're at a restaurant or maybe a restaurant in a hotel or something.
Oh, yes. Oh, I know this story.
One of the waiters comes up and says, "Hey, how are you?" you know, to the guy that
to the guy you're with. Like he knows
the
him.
hotel.
Right. Like he's seen him around a few times.
What's going on, dude? That kind of
Right,
thing. Like,
right.
we're buds. kind of thing.
Yeah. Fist pumping him.
Yeah. High five.
Yeah.
Wink
Hey,
and
I don't know this guy.
For the last 5 years.
Who's this?
Type shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going.
I got one of those faces. I'm familiar.
Right, yeah. Hey, what can I say?
Right.
So I'm thinking, is the waiter gay? Does he think he's hot? Like,
Right.
I'm making everything in my mind.
Oh, wow. We're going everything but the obvious.
Yes.
But the obvious.
Because I wanted to not believe what I thought was true.
Right. Because you wanted so hard to buy the story that you are it for this guy. And however,
He's
all
not
the
here
signs are
with a
telling
bunch
you
of
you're not.
freaking escorts every goddamn weekend. I don't know.
Who knows, right? We don't know
Sorry,
this.
That's a little much.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, oh my God, how does he it's like they know each other well.
Right. But that's, again, all the signs we get,
Yes.
that it doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship, if it's a friendship, if it's a work thing.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what it is. If we want to buy into a story, we sabotage our own lives and we put them on hold.
Yes.
Because we want something so badly, but we're holding on too tight to it.
Yes.
And it really doesn't, it does disservice to our entire lives.
Yeah.
Really.
And so then you say something about it. Well, that's kind of weird.
Right.
But then you're maybe gaslit a little
Oh,
bit. kind of
yeah.
like,
Oh, you're
"What do you mean?
crazy.
I'm only here with you. I've only ever been to this restaurant with you. Whatever it is.
Oh, he thinks it's because of you or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's for the duration. Oh, it becomes this big joke now. Oh.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like me doth protest too much. Like, you keep on and on about it. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You're really digging. You're digging.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's this was like not too distant. It was in the distant past. But
Okay.
not too distant.
Okay. So how do you feel afterwards about yourself? So this is the thing, is that yes, this situation happens.
Mm-hmm.
You play it off and you give this person the benefit of the doubt, even though your gut is telling you,
And you know.
you're getting scammed.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a fucking scam. And how do you feel afterwards?
But, it can also be, let me just rewind a little bit. It can also be that they really do care and they just don't want you to believe that because maybe this was a whatever point. And that's okay too. Just say, yeah,
But people don't like to be honest. It's so much
And then
easier.
It's a loop then.
Yes. But at least you bought into a bill of goods that wasn't true. Okay, it was
so
a
then
bad bill of goods.
Yes. And then you start to say to yourself, well, probably is true. Because they are good at it. Sounds so convincing. And you're also, you yourself are an expert at self-denial and delusion.
Right.
Because it's some sort of defense mechanism. Because you don't want to take the action to make the changes.
Right, because you want this. You want this, and you're
want
gonna look. I am 100% understanding. I'm not like judging at all
No,
because
I
I do this on my own. I mean,
Tell me one of yours.
Oh God, how
Oh.
much time do we have? Like we don't have that much time. I got a lot of them.
10.
No, but so most recently, you want something so bad, right? And so you're willing to like almost put blinders onto red flags. And I know we all have this,
yes.
right?
God.
Because you hold on to one or two things that somebody says to you. Well, let's just say there's love songs,
And
right?
they're
So let's just
those are so potent.
yes. So let's just pretend that somebody's sending you like songs, right? So you're like, oh, this is so. Oh my God, he gets us. He gets us.
To every lyric.
Every lyric is about us. Like you really over romanticize this relationship, right? Because I'm one of those people. I'm super passionate. And when I go in, I'm like Superman diving, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
I'm going.
I'm in, yeah. Fuck all the red flags. No, I am like,
I'm going to erase those motherfuckers.
yeah, I'm like, no, I'm going to hold on to these lyrics.
That song was written
That
for
was basically, he wrote it for me.
somewhere in the universe.
Fuck
It
you,
was
John
written for
Lennon.
me.
Nope, wasn't you. This was for me, right? So,
Yeah.
so I did.
self
I hold
in
on
denial.
to it because I like the feeling
Yeah.
that I'm with this person. However, even if it's 80% great, 20% of it is telling me, run, get the fuck out. This is not healthy for you. But I hold on to the lyrics. I hold on to
How much of the question is, and for the audience too, how much of the percentage is too much? I think any percentage is too
I
much.
don't know. Okay, so no, here's the thing. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
I don't mean flaws. I mean the
cringe. The cringe. I haven't figured it out. Clearly, I'm still single.
I think it's-
So I don't know
maybe
the
that's
math
maybe
equation.
that's why, because too many
Yeah.
people out there are married happily, but
But
they're
it's
living in this
Denial.
thing.
It's fucking denial. And so
Well, but he does this around my husband, blah blah blah. How many times do I hear it when I'm at work with my clients? Oh, this asshole, and they start talking about things, and I'm thinking, man, I can't believe they're putting up with that. But
right, but
and then I say,
Mhm.
wow, that's bad. Well, but you know what he does do? That's so great.
Yes.
They don't really want to
the
hear.
offset.
Yeah, they want to vent. They want you to hear it, but they don't want to make any changes.
No
and
changes.
They don't want you to offer your real opinion because that would force them to have to really evaluate and make changes.
Right. And that's scary. It is scary.
Change is scary.
But you're right. Like,
It
so we're holding on to what I call
Yeah, what is it?
like they're flickers of greatness. So I hold on to these flickers of amazing moments, right? So I'm, like I said, very
'Cause,
passionate.
Like I said, they're potent.
They're huge, right? So you hold on to those flickers, yet there's warning signs all around you that basically say, look, this isn't that you're not better, they're not better, but this just isn't a good match for you. But we choose to go, no, because I want this, and I'm gonna try and force a fit that doesn't fit. And so
Yeah.
those feelings of like what you said, you're like, I'm shoving down my gut. And when we start to really do that, it messes with our own intuition. It really does kind of play this game that our intuition is strong.
And probably says to us, you dumbass. I just told you what the hell's going on.
Like, come on, you're falling for this
what else
again.
do you need?
Yeah, but they're all lessons, right? So, for me, I think that I like to use the analogy when the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't throw it back in, right? You just cannot shove that shit back in.
Right.
And so sometimes life, if we don't, it starts to knock and it gives us those quiet, the subtle, hey, guess what? Yeah, the waiter knows this guy. Okay, this isn't like something blatant, right?
No, and you can't, and then you find yourself at a crossroads. If I say,
Yeah.
you're an asshole, I'm out.
Yeah.
And you look like a jerk. Maybe he really did
Right,
have a
right.
good conversation with
But your
him at
gut
some
is telling you
point. But
something.
you know different.
Yes, absolutely.
You know it.
And it's about, for me, it's about self-respect.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
self-respect.
And so when I do find myself in those positions, like we'll just say, I'm getting songs and lyrics from someone, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this
How
is
romantic.
how romantic. Who's he sending these to as well? I'm probably not the only one that's getting some,
You don't think that initially. You
No,
think,
of course
oh my God,
not.
this is incredible.
Of course not, because
Oh,
you want to isolate those moments
Yeah.
because you feel a certain way.
I know. Well, you and I have gone through those songs.
Oh,
I'm thinking,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Line
And
by
then I say,
line.
"Ooh, send this one back. Here's one to send back.
Oh my God. Here I am, almost 50 fucking years old, and I'm still a hopeless romantic. I am. I can't help myself.
You
but
and I talked about this before. We love the beginning romantic.
Oh, yes.
What is it called? The honeymoon stage.
yeah, the honeymoon phase.
Of anything. Friendships.
Even a job. Okay, we'll even go into a job, right? Have you had, well, you work for yourself, right? And I've worked for myself mostly, but I've had, a handful, not even really, a handful of jobs where I've worked for other people. And you kind of get to that stage sometimes too, where you're like, oh, the money's worth it. Oh, you know what? I'm just grinding it out for the weekend. Like if you're fucking working for the weekend, you're a loser.
Okay, yeah.
You're a loser. You're losing in life. And I don't mean you are a loser, and you're just losing in life.
Yeah.
Because there's 5 other fucking days of the week that you're not living for.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So like we create these false ideas of what we want and what we're willing to accept, yet our internal constitution's telling us otherwise, and it's exhausting to constantly sabotage yourself.
Well, another part, it's a subset of this. It's like number 1, self-denial, part A, part B. It's one of the, bullet points underneath is procrastination, time optimism. Like, well, I want to do this with, I need this, I want this relationship, or I want
You want it to work.
but I've got these things that I need to do with my kids first, or I've got these things that I need to do with work first. And, we're just going to let it just fly for a while until.
That's a lot of people with divorce when they have kids. Like, they're like, oh, when they get older, we'll figure it out. Right now, we're too busy. We're too busy.
Yes. Or
it's excuses.
I need to get away from this terrible toxic situation with my relationship, my husband, my wife, whatever. But things are okay. The hamster wheel is still flowing. It's still, I'm content, I guess. They're so afraid of change because they do know there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Oh, God.
And
it's
be
painful.
Painful. It's going to be painful.
And awkward and uncomfortable.
And
the
money,
unknown.
And there's time and their time and money and friends, and it's the investment. I invested my heart, my back. We're rewinding back to the other stuff. My heart, my time, my faith in you, my all day you're thinking.
I know. Well, you know what? I did date very briefly this economist guy. What do they call him? Economist guys?
Economist? Whoops.
Economist guys.
He's an economist
Anyway,
guy.
so I told him, we were having dinner one night, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much, I fucking, I peel off to the left before I finish a lot of things. And I'm like, I don't finish much. And he looked at me and he goes, actually, give me some examples. So I gave him some examples of, I went to massage therapy school, and, I get all the way up to the end, and I got 6 weeks left. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to go to cosmetics now. I'm out. I've spent all this money. I didn't, get the certificate, right?
Jack of all trades, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sure. That's what we call it. Yeah, exactly. Jackie. Just call me Jackie. So here Jackie is telling this guy that I have absolutely, not finished all of these things. And he looked at me and he's like, well, I need to know the rest of the stories of, okay, why didn't you finish that? And I said, well, I got I got an opportunity to get in the cosmetic industry, and it was really a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And, he's like, that's actually smart. You cut it off. Most people, and this is what he said to me, most people will finish things just to check the box, even if it doesn't work for them. And he goes, and it's a detriment to their lives. And I remember that was like
wasting time.
Yeah, wasting time. And he said,
yeah,
you're actually smart. You're cutting it off as soon as you realize that it's not going to benefit your life in the long term. And I thought, oh my God, why can't I apply that to the rest of my life?
Well,
I can.
There are a couple people that I know right now whose children are like, they've gone off to college because that's what they're supposed to do. And they've told their parents, okay, I'll go. Even though they've sort of indicated, maybe I don't.
They don't go to class.
And they quit, right? And
right, they quit, they party, they don't go to class.
Doing something else.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, that's detrimental if you're, okay, I'm in self-denial. I need to go to college. I need to do this right now because this is what my parents are saying, and this is what
right. But it's not what their internal.
Your internal gut and everything is saying,
no, don't do this. But we are so conditioned to conform to what our families want, to what society wants, to what everyone around us. So how are we going to look if we don't act a certain way? We don't do certain. But I think what you said earlier was it rang true to me, is that I've committed, we'll just say 6 months or something to a certain relationship, right?
Yeah.
Or I've committed 2 years to a job. I'm going to fucking stick it out.
It's time, it's emotion too. It's a mental, it's everything. It's,
Yeah.
It's spiritual. It's everything.
And you don't want to be a quitter.
No.
But sometimes the best thing we can do is it's not quitting. It's just
letting it go.
Like
Let it
pivoting. We got to pivot. We got to move over here.
Yeah.
Look at me. I don't even watch sports and I'm talking sportsy. I don't know. What else is there besides pivoting? Can I bob and weave? I don't know what I can do, but I'm going to do something.
Hey, listen, there's got to be a term in pickleball because you're now the professional pickleballer.
I'm not, well, there's no profession here, but Mark, we got to play. Yeah, I keep trying to get Mark.
What about me?
We're gonna play too.
We have to play.
Heather, let's go. I've got 2 rackets. He's got 1, so let's go. They're actually called paddles.
Well,
but
I
anyway,
can ask Sydney. She's involved in golf pretty.
Okay,
really
let's
well.
bring Sydney out on the court.
Okay,
Listen, I got a lot of aggression.
What? Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking slam it in your face. That's what I do. I like to do it,
if
or I
that's-
whiff it.
listen,
One of the two.
If that's the outlet, pickleball.
Pickleball. Bam! Yeah, I am gonna get you. Except for I whiff it. Miss it, go straight in the fucking net. I don't know how I don't know how mathematically that can happen, like the angles, but whatever. Okay, so
It just happens.
it does happen. Okay, so how do we redirect when we are sabotaging ourselves, or sabotaging our lives? How do you know when those moments are happening, and how to be brave enough to say, I have self-respect?
Let me tell you, I don't know for sure, but I think most of us always know at the moment.
Of course.
At that moment,
Yeah.
I'm lying to myself.
So what does that look like? That's the thing, because most people are doing it. I'm sorry, we are. We're all doing it.
But I'm going to convince others,
Yeah.
plus myself, that I'm not, because I don't like it. It's uncomfortable, and
I just need their opinion, so you know who to call to get that false opinion.
Yeah. And I need the support of somebody else that's gonna the last name of the guy that I was telling. We call it something.
Yeah. Let's just call it
And now
Mr. Smith.
We say Smith. We say don't Smith me.
Don't Mr.
Don't
Smith me.
Smith me
No,
today.
no, not today.
I don't know how many times I've called my friends and said, I need to tell
What
you
was
about
that?
something. Well,
Who's calling?
Parker.
Mr. Smith.
Parker from Tame Impala.
Put Mr. Smith on hold.
No, I have said multiple times to my friends, don't Smith me now. Don't
See?
Smith me. I'm going to tell you something, and I need you to not Smith me.
Yeah.
We've matured beyond that, 20 plus, 30 plus years now. And they go, okay, we won't Smith you. I'm not going to Smith you. What's going on?
Right. But so here's the thing. When we don't Smith ourselves, okay, what we do is we allow the door to open for other opportunities that are much more in alignment for us if we just have the courage to close a door that is not serving us, okay? Because what happens is, look, why do
we Smith ourselves?
Because it's the human nature. We want what we want when we want it, even if it's not good for us. So I'm going to give you an example. My dad, I was 17 years old. I had moved out of the house. I had a good job at 17. I don't know how that happens, but I did. I had a great job. And, I had a car in my name, an apartment.
I feel like you live multiple lives in this life.
I feel like I'm like 900 fucking years old. I'm like Abraham and his wife. What was his wife's name? Rebecca? I feel like they were older.
Sarah, and
maybe it was Sarah.
That had.
I was probably the whore. Okay. Anyway.
His wife with a legitimate.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they were like, I don't know, hundreds of years old, so they say. Anyway.
Methuselah's age. 700.
Yeah, Methuselah. Yes. But where did I go? Oh, now I'm
Your
lost.
dad.
My dad. Let's get back to dad. He was my papa. So I asked Papa, I said, Dad, look, I got a car, I got an apartment, but I really want a jet ski. And I said, the bank's not letting me have it on my own. I need you to co-sign for me. And I wanted this fucking jet ski so bad. He's like, I'm not signing. He goes, you don't need a jet ski. Where are you going to put it? I go, in the water.
Yeah. We live
He's
up
like,
north, and it's
where
a
are you going to store it? In the water.
let's keep it in the sewage receptacle.
Right. I go, Dad, just please
A bunch of
co-sign for
turds
me.
floating.
You know I'm good for it. He's like, absolutely not. He's like, you're going to be mad at me for a little while, but this is not in your best interest. And you know what?
I love that.
He was right.
I love
I was mad. I was pissed. I wanted to be in the fucking
was
chocolate bayou, anybody in Alvin, Texas. I want to be in that
Wonka's
chocolate
turd
bayou.
factory.
Yes, where all the chemicals from Conoco and DuPont were all being
Chemicals?
dumped in.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted to
matter.
be riding around on a Sea-Doo.
Dad, I need my jet ski to be put right into that fucking sewage plant right now. God damn it.
Yes. But guess what? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later, I'm like, God damn, I'm glad he didn't let me do that, right? He
'Cause
saved
I'd
me
had a
from
motherfucking
myself.
payment that I didn't need.
Right. And where was I? I'm going to park it in the apartment complex.
Listen.
Like, what was I wasn't thinking clearly because I wanted what I wanted. Right? Right. It wasn't based in any sort of reasonable reality. Right. And that's what I think is that we can create and romanticize, whether it's a job, a friendship, a romantic.
And we're defending them and not our own selves. We're defending them and not our own selves.
Because we're waiting for those flickers of goodness. That's what I absolutely look. There's no denying that I've had for me, some of the most profound relationships, experiences of my life. But sometimes I want it to continue when it's just a lesson.
Yeah.
It's a lesson for me to move the fuck on, learn the lesson.
Well, then maybe it's your it's your subconscious, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, is saying you just need another little bite before you go, I'm done. All of the onion layers are peeled.
Right.
I'm not going to. And again, I say this all the time. Make yourself into two people without being schizophrenic or
we don't
delusional.
need any of that.
And
There's enough of that runs in my family.
be your best friend and say, what had I advise my friend to do?
Sounds like I ate a pack of cigarettes. I'm sorry.
Kevin Parker just called me, so don't we don't want to delude our own selves anymore.
Yeah.
We're never going
But you know what?
do
That's
that
the
again,
thing. I think it was what's her name? Angela Mayo said, is that her name? That she said something about stop playing small because the world needs you. Something along the lines of that. And that's something that it does sort of keep me coming back to, okay, Steph, this is a lesson. Okay. Yes, it felt great. Yeah, but it wasn't if you lose your peace when you're in anything, whether it's your job, your friendships, your family, whatever it might be, any part of your life, and you're consistently losing that peace and you're feeling it's being replaced with anxiety, it's being replaced with doubt, it's being placed with, just taking over your mind space. That is time to pump the fucking brakes on whatever that is because it's not serving you. That's not healthy.
Lying to yourself in any capacity breaks a little part of you every single time.
It chips away at your light.
Because you're not, you are with yourself. No one is with you more than you in your lifetime. From the time you're born till the time you die, you are with yourself. Be kind, be truthful. If you know something's not telling you the truth, you've got to do something about it.
Right. And even if it's completely based in truth and you're just trying to manipulate it to where it works for you because you like an instant gratification payoff.
Yes.
Listen, I'll be honest.
There's instant.
Oh, it is instant. But it is, by the way, that word, instant. And it goes away. And then you are left feeling with this emptiness.
It's like a drug. It's a drug.
Yes.
Like a drug. That's okay. Oh
That's great. Look at that. Yes.
It's like, you know what? I'm going to figure it out after this moment because it's so great.
But then you go tapping back into that well.
Now. It's so great for a moment.
No.
And I'll figure it out.
No, but then you know what? Then it goes away and then you need to go back and you got to go back to that supply.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
Yeah.
You're a hostage. You are a hostage and you put yourself in that place. So, I think about it and I'm like, okay, Steph, long term, where do you want to be? And a lot of times, if I'm honest with myself, I want peace. That to me is the ultimate goal for me. And I do sustain that a lot of times. But when I do find myself out in the wild, I'm like, oh, I wrangled, a new friendship or a new whatever.
Yeah.
And And then I start to lose that peace. I'm like, no, this isn't for you. But sometimes it's hard to let go.
It's hard.
Because that instant gratification, there are those, what I call them flickers of beautiful passion moments, right? Or you're in it.
It's like,
but it's not sustainable.
It's like fantasy world.
It is. It's not based in reality. I am basked in bullshit.
Yeah, it's like you close your eyes and you're in this movie of fantasy, and it's so great. Whether it's a friendship or something at work, or like we said, it can be anything. But this
it's not sitting well.
Sustainable.
It's not sustainable
because
we're chasing the highs.
I'm making this happen. I'm making this.
Well, and you're taking a lot of emotional hits for that to happen, and that's what I noticed is that. After a while, I start to look because patterns are created, right? You just give it enough time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm great. And then I'm at a low. I'm great. And then, oh, here comes another low. Oh my God. It's this, you're in a cycle that is not healthy because it's not what I want.
But do we convince ourselves, this is a natural pattern?
Well, we think everybody else is doing it.
It's normal to have great, low, great, low. It's a pattern. Let's just accept it the way it is.
No, but that's what normal society does. I'm not saying that problems don't exist.
Right.
Okay. But it's one thing to feel that kind of anxiety, that unknown space of this is something innately is off. Right? This isn't really jiving with who I am, but I'm allowing it. Yeah. So then that self-respect, that piece that allows us to be free, it starts to feel jarring, and the energy is a little bit off. And I'm like, that's not something you would accept normally. Why are you accepting it? And I'm like, because the good is really good, but you get the flip side of that, right? And that, to me, and it doesn't matter, but I think specifically when we're talking about romantic relationships, that person is so instrumental in our lives. Like, it is, you can't even quantify the way that they have an ability to shape who you are.
It's everything. Oh, let me call them and ask their opinion on this.
Yes.
Before anybody else. Oh, I need to talk to them about. It's you put so much
stock.
Value, you kind of let yourself go a little bit.
Yes. You give away something so much and what you're getting back are, like I said, these flickers, right? And if they're telling you who they are and they're showing you who they are, if you're not listening,
it's like a drug.
It is. It's like a heroin.
It's dopamine. There's a chemical called dopamine. We all have it. It gets stimulated multiple times, and some of it is just super high at the time, and then that's why they call it a high. Dope. Hey, you got some dope?
Yeah.
That's all stimulated.
Is that why it's called dope?
Yeah. Dopamine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know that, Mark?
That's dope.
No, that makes sense.
No, but now I'm like,
dopamine. That's what,
I get it.
These dopamine rushes, dopamine, it's stimulated. And so it's like a drug.
It is.
And it's chasing it like anything else.
Instant gratification.
And you become addicted. And then you're like, man, I'm a freaking junkie.
But guess what? Then it throws you off your path. Okay, because all you can think about is getting that next high.
You're investing too much and you're neglecting everything else.
Yes, and that's hard for me. The balance.
Then you deny that. Then that's another level of denial. I'm not doing that.
Absolutely.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah, like fuck that right now. No. So
how do we
fix
that?
Once we realize that this is happening,
that's
right?
Because
and not lying to ourselves. I think that's probably the biggest thing is that we over justify and we allow others to help us. We know who to employ when we need the right answer, right? Well, the answer, not even the right answer, the answer that we want.
We've got the support system.
We definitely do.
You and I both have them. We have them in each other, but our friend groups are fantastic.
Yes. And listen, my best friend just came into town yesterday, and I thought I was going to help her. Okay, just being honest.
Yeah.
I thought I was here to support her. I'm like, get your fucking ass here. Look, it's you and me, and I got you, mama. Yes. I got you. Like I am only like that with certain people. Yeah, I got you too.
I know.
I got you too. But So here she comes in, and I'm telling her, a little bit about what's going on, and she looks across the table, and listen, she's a Scorpio, and she's a rough Scorpio.
I don't know what Scorpios are.
Yeah, she's a rough one.
I'm a Libra.
You
I
a
know what they're
little
like.
Libra.
Okay, Scorpios.
So so she is no fucking nonsense.
Yeah,
All right.
yes,
But she's loyal to the core, and she will cut your throat.
Oh,
Yeah. And she's just happened to
We
work
need
for the
these.
DA's office.
We
So
need them.
this one is wildly smart.
I'm this person in my group, I think.
Oh, you are? Okay, yeah. She's no nonsense. She's like, come on.
Yep.
So I'm telling her this, and I'm, like explaining to her what's going on in my life. And she looks at me and she's like, I'm going to go Scorpio on your ass right now.
Really?
I'm like, ooh, this is going to be fun.
Oh.
Okay, what do you got for me? She's like, Steph, somebody that's compassionate to you would never allow you to feel hurt or harm intentionally. Like, they would keep that from you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Someone that cares and loves.
Someone that really cares
Yeah.
for you, and not so much themselves, is not as self-absorbed. And she's like, look, I don't know the people in your life other than the ones that your family members, but I will tell you this: anybody that really truly loves you, cares for you, would never want to see you harmed.
No.
And would push anything away that would potentially have that effect on you.
So here's my question then. These people that give us these flickers of just such potent beauty,
Yes, passion.
why do they think it's okay to do that then?
Well, I think
why are they doing that?
Well, one, it's they're feeling it, but two, it's our lesson. Okay. I think it's a lesson for everyone. Everyone plays their part, right? So what I wanted to believe was, something bigger than it was a huge lesson that I needed. And maybe it wasn't. It was meant to be a lesson, but it's also meant for you to move on, not stay. And I think that's part of it. Sometimes we're in a job that we need to learn a certain skill set. We need to move the fuck on, but we stay a little too long. But you feel that that noose around your neck when things start to get to a point when that's, again, the universe, they tap at us a little bit, right? They show us signs. They give us,
here's the deal. You're in self-denial.
Yes.
And you do this in so many aspects of your own life. I need to give you something hardcore.
Yes.
That's really
Yes.
gonna dig deep. It's going to hurt, but I got to give it to you so you stop doing this to yourself.
Yes. And then you know what? You have the opportunity to ignore it, which makes the anxiety.
Decades.
Absolutely.
Decades.
Sometimes people, look,
Never
I
get
know
over it.
so many people that have been in, and I'm just going to do loveless, almost toxic marriages. Okay.
Probably 85% of the
A lot of people for sure. But, and they say, well, we're doing it for the kids. I'm like, you're doing it for the kids because your kids see how you hate each other. What are you doing for them?
And
no,
they
what
go,
they're doing, that's
"Well."
another lie. They're doing it because of a litany of other reasons, right? But listen, here's the deal.
Man.
We all do it. I think just recognizing the signs of what that looks like, how you're starting to feel, and again, short-term versus long-term payoff, huge differences. Flickers versus absolutely stable relationships, right? That are they value you and that person or that business, right? It's got to be this back and forth mutual respect. It's all about respect.
It's an exchange reciprocal thing, but damn that dopamine.
Damn that dopamine, because it does. It absolutely creates
The other
chaos.
person, yes, and the other person that you're receiving it from is also getting it. It's siphoning yours.
Yes. Oh, so it's just you're ping pong back and forth. But having the self-respect, the self-dignity, the self-discipline, honestly, like people are so disciplined.
How do we do it?
But people are disciplined with working out. They're disciplined with how they're eating. I'd say if we were to do like relationship discipline, most people would get a fucking thumbs down.
I can think of one client right now specifically that I have that everybody looks up to. She does everything right in life. She eats right. She's an excellent mother. She's beautiful. She's a great career. Okay, everything looks so great on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But she's married to an abusive
Yeah.
not even
right. So
attractive
she's
man. He's like a
hiding
little
this
munch-
side of her life. Right.
and she's terrified of him.
Of course.
And he's not really even bringing much to it.
No, but
But
other than
it's
probably
like
a
Stockholm
financial
syndrome.
blanket.
So she denies all the time. Well, the kids and when
Yeah.
once I get to blah 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 and this one's out,
She's half living.
Half-Life.
Yeah. So anyway.
Zombie.
All right. So
Okay.
that's what we think about self-denial, self-sabotage. We are hoping that you found a little piece of something in what we just said, and that you have the courage to actually move past these what we call the dopamine hits of life, right? It's in relationships, it's in our work, it's in absolutely every aspect of our life. Like listening to that inner voice that says, Steph, you know that this isn't good long term. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Check in. And to actually listen to that voice inside, that self-respect, that,
Well, and I think us just talking about it, because we're guilty of this.
yeah, oh my God,
And
hands
so
up.
This is like a
Double.
This is like a therapy session, which is why we're able to talk about it, because we do it ourselves. Everybody does it. I just think let's
Recognize it.
recognize,
Call it out.
recognize it, and then the challenge is how to make changes, how to ward it off,
Right. How to
or
see it and cut it off at the
defend it.
head.
defending.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes it
Cut it
takes
off.
5 days. Sometimes it takes 5 months. Sometimes it'll take you
Years.
5 years,
Years.
25 years. But like what happens is the growth isn't happening when we continue to buy into the delusion that we want. That's not reality.
Well, and if it's a person that's doing this, and you're accepting it, you're actually feeding you're not helping them.
No, and that's the thing. If it's not working for me, it's not working for
They
anybody
continue
else.
this
Right.
behavior that's doing whatever for them. They're lying. They're also lying. to
Right. Well,
themselves.
there's this thing, and
Lying to
I'll close it with this. There's this thing called idiot Buddhism, right? So, this Buddhist friend of mine once told me, she's like, Steph, there's this thing called idiot Buddhism. And what that is that, Buddhists want to be so nice to everyone. We don't want to hurt anyone. We don't want to harm anyone. However, when you aren't being true to yourself, right? And you don't, like, say you're doing something that's really harming me, okay? And I continue to allow you to do it because I don't want to hurt your feelings. You are now buying into the fact that it's okay to do what you're doing to me, right? And I have the opportunity, I've been given the opportunity to tell you, no, it's not okay, so that you could possibly redirect, recourse yourself, have that epiphany moment or not, but I've not given you that opportunity, right? So when you close doors, on things that do not work for you, and you have the courage to do that, you allow that other person or anybody in this, relationship with you to reevaluate and say, hang on a minute. Maybe I did something here, right? But the false delusion continues when we allow other people to disrespect us in ways that they have no idea they're doing.
Yeah, and I think that's the danger too in a lot of like religious interpretation, because I do attend the Zen Buddhist temple, and a lot of times we hear from our abbot, live in truth. Don't do this kind of thing. Don't turn the other cheek. That's not real.
No, it's not, and it's not helpful
Not
to
real.
Anyone.
It's not helpful, and then you're living in a lie.
Right. And so you're basking in that lie, and then other people are basking in that lie, because everyone affects everyone. We're all connected.
I think the way to not correct it completely, because we're never going to be perfect, but to at least sort of like approach it, is just always seek out truth. What is truth? What feels like truth to me? Like, for real, like because we know it. We do know it. We just deny. We
do deny. But there's also, and
we know it.
I keep saying we're going to close, but truth with kindness. Now that is a true gift.
And courage.
Yes. But when we are kind and compassionate about the truth we're delivering, we're not nasty. We're not like, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to tell you the truth. You're a fucking asshole. No, I'm going to tell you the truth. This isn't working for me. Like, if we're able to speak with compassion, that's where people have the ability to change. That's where we have the ability to change.
And also, if you feel like you're cornered in a position where you have to tell a white lie real quick because they can't handle the truth,
Not for
then
you.
That's bad.
That is
I
not
can
for
be able to
you.
Say the truth. I mean, I've found myself.
Or don't say a fucking thing at all.
I found myself in that situation very recently.
Was it with
where I
me?
corrected a lie.
Was it with me?
No.
Okay.
Within a second, because that's not who I don't like what that.
I don't
does to me.
either.
So I correct it, but then you correct it, and then there's a punishment, and I think that's what we try to avoid.
Right.
But you know what? When you face it head on, and you know there's a consequence that you may not feel
It's
comfortable
quick.
with. Oh well, you still have to deal with it.
Yes.
You're dealing with it.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So there we are, self-denial, self-sabotage, not listening to your gut to keep this false narrative. Let's stop doing that.
Yes.
The more we do that, the more we can help other
So
people
damaging.
and ourselves. And it just, look, we have X amount of time that we're on this planet,
Yeah.
right? Let's make the most of it. And, self-delusion is just going to slow us down.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yeah.